The University of Miami have a chance to get James Williams.
Yeah, they do have a chance.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida.
When you on the field, is it pregame? Like, is it ever? Are you ever afraid? Do you ever feel fear, or do you ever feel pressure?
Nervous.
You ever feel pressure?
Not one bit.
None of that.
No.
Who's been your tough defender? Like, who's guarded you the tough?
Yeah, who's the toughest person to play?
I don't see nobody.
I knew this.
Nobody.
He was gonna give it the damn hood.
That's what I'm for. I'm a playmaker. I love receiving. I love to catch the ball. I love to go over people's head.
Yeah.
You know, so I just gotta do what I do.
University of Miami, they land you, and then they land the number one. We call him football player, number one player in the nation, James Williams.
Yeah.
Both playing the same position, right? How do you envision that working? Are they telling you how that's gonna work, or?
Well, I feel like me and James two different safeties.
Uh huh.
And I'm more of the ball hogging safety. He's more of the rangy playing, like you couldn't say like in the box, but like the striker position, strong safety.
Right.
And I'm more of the free safety. So I already know in practice that's gonna just build great competition. And when the game comes, it's gonna be easy.
That's what's
Because
up.
I know we go hand in hand because it's like we're the same person.
Right.
So he has like his strengths and weaknesses, and I have my strengths and weaknesses. And we're gonna he can feed off of me, learn how to, I guess, be more of the free safety, then I can learn off of him, be more of like a closer to the box safety.
Right.
So I feel like we're just gonna make each other better.
Yeah, James played free safety. He wanted to play free safety, and he was big on that. But James don't never be back at free safety. James be close to the line, the linebacker sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
that's his.
That's just him
yeah.
helping his team win.
That's his chess. Yeah, that's it. That's him playing chess with the team. I totally
Yeah.
get. I covered James since he was that big, bro. I've known him all his life.
I just feel like every time it's just man on man. If he wins the battle, then there goes the play. He doesn't break on the run, or if this person like doesn't take that step, or certain things. It just, I feel like you beat your man every play,
Right.
you got the best chance to stop any team, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-star. Lean loyalty. 6'12", 276 pounds.
Yeah. After that, I just started going crazy. Tackles after tackle.
Yeah, the first play was like a tackle for loss, for like 6.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't touch you, like.
Yeah, like they did.
Explain to me, though. Like, what is that about? Like, how do they not? You 6'5", 300 pounds.
I mean,
Is it something? Is it a swim move or something you do? Like, they don't see you. You're teleporting. What's going on?
I'm too fast for a long.
They don't realize you that fast when the game starts. Like,
I'm gonna be the best player on the field. Like, I just gotta show the world. Like, I'm the true 50. I'm the next 56 up. The next. I'm gonna just go crazy this year. Like, show people like, wow, at 56. Like, show them like I want to take care of my mom. I want to put in a big house, stupid cars, big pool in the backyard. Put on for my brothers, my nieces and nephews, like coaches. I think all of them boys for like having me here at this like position that I'm in now, cause like it took hard work and dedication. Without all of them to guide me in the right path, I wouldn't be here today. So I think all of them for like helping me out. Like, yeah.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what?
Big time players step up in big games. All the criticizing, all that, it's over, baby. Big time players step up in big games.
Yo, what's going on in this thing, man? Hold up, bro. I'm gonna get this thing together. What's going on in this thing? I see Insane dropping them IOD Squad emojis. I got Rich in the back. All right, man. I'm D. Got my whole thing together. Get this stuff together, man. I'm D, man. About to talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball. It's only 3 memberships. Sean Round said, "How he a silver member? He should be like a diamond member or something." There's only 3 memberships. You're not even the highest one, Sean. The highest one is like $49.99. That person get access to the Caneville shows. They can come be on the show. There's a lot of stuff they can do. But you do give a lot, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I try to look out for you. You do give a lot. You're our biggest donor, man, and we totally appreciate you, man. We try to treat you like one of them Kane Gold members or something, dog. But listen, man, 786-405-9499. Y'all want to get down with IOD Squad, man. 786-405-9499. Y'all want to get down with IOD Squad, man. We may have a special guest coming on here. We got Rich in this thing. What's up, Rich?
Yo, what's going on, man?
Yeah, a few things going on, man. One thing is that the Chaminade Miami Northwestern game has been rescheduled for tomorrow at 11 a.m. An hour before the Miami Hurricane game starts. It's gonna be hotter than the mud out there.
It is. We thought it was gonna be at noon at first.
And then they pushed it up.
Yeah, they pushed it up, which is good because, I mean, how long is that game gonna last? About 2 hours, right? Something like that.
About 2 hours, yeah.
So that'll give the people who there, of course, they watch football on Saturday, so give them a chance to check the Canes out at noon.
That's what's up.
The second half, at least.
Shout out to Sean Round with a $100 donation, man. Shout out to Sean Round with a $100 donation, man. Sean been doing this thing.
Shout out to that man.
Sean been doing this thing.
It's payday.
He says payday. I think Sean get paid every day, man.
Hey, man, I'm trying to grow up to be like him.
Yeah. Yeah, Sean is our biggest donor, man. Sean is our biggest donor, man. And Sean, man, we're gonna figure out something, man. We're gonna do something big for you, bro. Well, shout out to Sean with he don't even ask a question or nothing. He just send the money.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, man, we got a reschedule of the game. Chaminade and Northwestern. We was out there last night. It was raining, man. I thought they was gonna play it because there's so many tickets have been sold. I thought they was gonna figure out a way to play it. But they didn't. And walking out of there, I didn't think that they were going to walking out there. I didn't think that they was going to play it. I've seen that numerous times. It's not a district game. That's all they care about, the district games. I've seen it numerous times. So I didn't think they were going to play that game.
And that's why I'm glad they didn't play it. I mean, because you don't want, you know how it is. You don't want nobody to say, we couldn't really pass the ball or we couldn't catch the ball because, you know what I'm saying, it was raining and everything else. So I'm glad they, instead of playing it at midnight, something crazy like that.
That's just about what it was. Yeah, they just decided not to play it. They decided not to play it. So it's going down tomorrow in the morning, man. That's gonna be early. It's early in the morning, bro. That's like one of them old 8U, 9U games. I'm gonna bring my boy in here, man. Luke.
What's up, Streeter? You see me with my Bulldog shirt on. Alabama Bulldog.
Oh, man.
Anderson Bulldog. Who the Anderson Bulldog, man?
The Alabama Bulldog. They gave me the shirt. They actually wanted me to come coach their team. I did an interview. It's in Alabama, right outside of
High school?
high school. Yes, yes, sir. The whole
That would
time.
have been more money.
Yes, yeah, it would have been a lot of money.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah. It was gonna pay me a lot of money.
But you ain't trying to live in Alabama, dog.
The Bulldog, they gave me a shirt and everything. I got the hat. You want me to go get the hat? Show you the hat?
Let me go get the hat, dog. Go get the hat so we can count your plaques on the wall.
Let me go get the hat.
So man, we got Luke in the house, man. Luke gonna talk a little bit about. Luke got a game tonight, man. He should be game planning us, but he got North. He planning to get North Miami. Did you go to North Miami, Rich?
Nah. I was in the magnet program. I went to Holmes Braddock.
Oh, you went to Braddock. Damn, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to make you say that on live. Damn, my bad.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. I don't mind that at all.
I didn't mean to make you say that.
Hey, you see Mario Cristobal out there?
Braddock?
Yeah, he used to coach. He coached O-line at Braddock.
Did he?
Yeah.
Hey, Streeter, I actually did a video, and it's in my phone with the mayor of the town, and it's Anson, Alabama. I did. Look at my hat. I did it.
Yeah.
I actually did a video accepting the job.
Really?
It was a whole video.
How much they were offering you, dog?
I can't tell you how much. Listen, man.
You can't talk. We talk about everything, man. We don't talk about everything, man.
All I start thinking about was my kids passing out, having a heart attack. Oh my God. No, what the fuck, coach? No. I was like, no, I can't do it.
This was recent?
It's right before the season.
Oh, this was recent.
Yeah, I was
Anson,
Alabama head coach. I was like, it's like an hour from Atlanta. It was making sense because the studios I work with, all my film and production stuff is like 30 minutes away. So for some crazy reason, I was thinking that this made sense. But then I started thinking about my kids, and then Blake. I was like, hold on, Blake? Oh no. His mama, my son, his mama lives here, and shit, I'm gonna have to fly Blake up. Oh no.
Oh, you talking about your son?
Yeah,
right. So listen, man, we were just talking, man. You were just talking. I told you jump on here about Lamar Jackson. And Rich, I'm gonna get your point of view on it. But Lamar Jackson has decided they ended talks. So basically, he's gonna play this season, his 5th year, right? I think he's gonna play his 5th year without a contract extension, right? Which is kind of dangerous from a guy like Lamar Jackson that runs around everywhere, the way he played the game. I think we saw the same thing happen to the Dallas Cowboy quarterback, right?
You say, hold on, you said he's gonna play?
Yeah, well, that's the plan.
That's absolutely crazy.
Is it?
Suicide. That is absolutely suicide. You cannot play. You cannot. Lamar Jackson needs to hire me as his agent. Bottom line, you cannot play. You cannot play without a contract. I mean, you get injured. That if they blow his knee out, knock on wood, that don't happen. He's done. They're not gonna pay him. They ain't gonna pay him $250 million or $300 million. What he's asking for with a blowed out knee. They're gonna say you're tired. Your knee blowed out. It's not gonna happen.
Right.
That's not, I mean, I don't care how much you love the fans. I don't care how much you love if the organization and the fans love you, then they will pay you whatever you work.
Right.
And it's hard for Lamar. I love the kid. It's hard for him, but when you represent yourself, you and your mom representing you, that's difficult. Even if you don't want no agent, which I know a lot of these agents are unscrupulous, and it makes no sense to even use people. If I was him, I'll pay like a manager, or I'll pay a lawyer a fee and say, hey, look, since I don't want to pay nobody 3%, I'll be like, look, You negotiate a contract. I'll get, and I know he don't want to deal with the establishment because the establishment is fucked up. That's why I love Lamar so much. He's like LeBron James to me because all these other dumbass football players fall into the realm of getting raped by these fucking little white boy agents. No disrespect to my white fans and your white fans on there, but
or your white people you work with. No disrespect,
all
none
the
of
white
them.
people I work with, they know how I feel. They know how I feel about unscrupulous black people and white people. So in this case, the white people are representing majority of the players. So I don't like black people neither. Bad black people neither. But the thing is, and so I get it. And I understand he don't want to be a part of the slave mentality. But he need to get somebody in this corner.
Yeah.
I mean,
so listen, man. If y'all go ahead, Rich.
I was gonna mention, Luke. I heard you say one time. This is probably a couple months back. I say towards the end of spring when you was like, when you know that you are a top flight guy coming out of high school. It's about that's the time where you're supposed to put people in your corner, right? Because they're doing NIL now, so we're actually really doing business. So you got to think of all the scenarios that's going to come up. For instance, if you know people going to want to you want to build a social media presence, you see the little dude who running around campus at your high school filming, people, get them on your team. If you see the girl that's or the guy that's studious, who want to be a lawyer, who's student body president and all that good stuff, hey, talk to them, build that relationship. That way, when you get to this stage, you have your people in place that you could trust, that's always going to look out for you. And because you're right, it's tough going into those rooms and articulating your value.
Let me tell you, it is, that's important to tap into your circle. What you're talking about is circle. In the case of Devontae Freeman, he tapped into his circle. He said, Coach, I'm not doing nothing nothing with nobody unless you look at it. I've been with you since you were 8. I was in the 8th grade playing at Hadley Park. I played on the team with you. I played baseball, and I jumped in the pool every day. I didn't know I was going to the NFL. Thought it was going to be Charles Gaines Jr. I thought it was going to be Darrell Estridge. All these guys were bigger, stronger, faster than me.
Right.
He said, but Coach, our sleepovers were in a fucking mansion in Miami Lakes. We rode around in Mercedes Benzes and Range Rovers and shit, at your house. Ain't nobody else. The most successful person is you, that's been in my life. So why the fuck am I gonna go talk to somebody else, or somebody else is gonna give me, influence me on the business dealings that I need to do? And so that kid was like, Coach, he wouldn't move. He brought one agent over and I said, okay. And then I told, at the time I was married, my wife was a lawyer, and I said, you need to go get a damn agent license. You're a lawyer, and because we can't let these babies get fucked. And so she don't know nothing about football. She liked football. She was a cheerleader at FSU, and that was the extent of football. But I know about football, and I know about marketing, because that is what I do. When you create and find Two Live Crew and start Southern hip hop, that is marketing. That ain't just, okay, we fired up and had some shit going. You got to market that product. So this kid, and you got to know business, you got to cut deals. So this kid was like, Coach, I'm not fucking moving. So then at the end of the day, long story short, every agent that another coach, like you're speaking of, I'm not calling no names, would bring around him, he would bring them motherfuckers to my house. And then the lawyer lady would sit there and look at the contract, and then I would listen to their pitch. and eventually all the pictures were bullshit. You know, and then it was the same situation with T.Y. Hilton. His dad called up and said, hey Luke, man, Luke, man, I fuck with you. And so I was like, I'm not doing no agent shit. I don't want to do no agent shit. Everybody. So I said the wife at that time, hey, look, can you go to the meetings with them, to help them navigate through the bullshit? And so she sat down through every fucking meeting with every agent, came back, reported to me, and the daddy reported to me about, what they were offering and because I ain't had time to sit down with all these fucking meetings. So at the end of the day, it was more so like, still these guys, like you say.
Oh, Luke went dark on us, huh?
Yeah, somebody called me.
Oh, okay. You good. You back.
I should have did it through my computer, but still these guys. So the thing is, we like, why I call these guys unscrupulous is because when you sit down and listen to their sales pitch, all of it is the same and all of it is a fucking lie, and they have no respect for the player. The whole, so I get it with Lamar. I get it that you don't want to fall into the trap. Lamar's he got a street mentality. I get it. But just like you said, you need to have, and probably through his walks of life, he wasn't lucky like a Freeman to have somebody in his life that's outside of this shit, because the guys who do everybody contract, those guys are fucked up. And you could call a name and I can tell you he fucked up. The reason why they're fucked up is because they make most of their money off of free agents. So one guy may have 300 free agents. Let's say 100 free agents. How do he get his free agent on the team to make the minimum, which is $1 million? So now I'm getting $100 million a year off of the free agents that I have. That's 100 motherfucking free agents. And so how do I consistently get my guys on teams is because if I'm doing a Lamar Jackson contract and the holdup is about $5 million, I can be like, fuck it. We're gonna take the deal less $5 million. Lamar don't know that, but this agent knows that, and he's showing face for the organization that he's going to continuously do business with. So what he'll end up doing is getting a few free agents on that team, because you shot me a solid on the Lamar deal. You made me look good to my boss that I got the deal $5 million less and shit like that. So when you're dealing with somebody outside of the good old boy.
Right. Damn. He made, I mean, what the point that he's making is they play both sides.
Yeah.
They play both sides. That's the point.
They play both sides. You goddamn right. Freeman, they had Freeman say, Freeman, your agent and your uncle,
your uncle. Your uncle. Hell no. But that's stuff that we can't see. You know what I'm saying? That's stuff that we can't. We're not in the business like that. I mean, these kids are going around these guys, and these guys are giving them stuff before it's time to get it, and then you feel like you owe them at that point. Shout out to Sean Round, man. I'm gonna wait till Luke come back on here and read that for him. But you feel like you actually owe them at that point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And he pointed something out. Luke pointed something out real quick when he mentioned that I'm an agent. I represent 100 different players, and I'm doing the Lamar deal. So I get him $5 million less, so that you could take 3 or 4 of my agents, or 3 or 4 of my free agents. Now, I was wondering why you would have a team, and then all of a sudden they got all these other players that are like from Florida, right? Or from a certain part of Florida. You're like, do they just like Florida players, or I mean, what's the deal? I mean, that may have something to do with it, because let's say you're an agent and you are
Buffalo.
Buffalo. I ain't want to say no names, but I mean, it is what it is, right? So now you bringing all the dudes up from Florida, to Buffalo, and you like, dang, it's like 8 of us on the team. How do we all get here?
Yeah,
And
that's
four of us,
how you think Duke got there.
right? 4 of us are running backs, and they only
Yeah,
need one.
right.
So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Nah, real deal, real deal. I mean, yeah, dog. They play both sides. They play both sides, and that's just a part of the game. I was just on the phone talking with somebody about their son and the agents and being around and the kids getting money and spending money, bro. I mean, I I think Luke back. You back,
The
dog?
Bulldog is back. The Bulldog is back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
But
yeah, I can hear everything y'all say. These people, when they see me get on your show, motherfuckers go to calling up. I understand. They ain't called all morning, but all of a sudden I'm on here with you guys. But that's the game. That's why it's 4 agents represent 90% of the players in the NFL. So I get it that Lamar don't want to fuck with them dudes because they ain't fucked with him before. And half of those agents were the ones talking bullshit about him for his draft stock to drop.
To go down, yeah.
To go down. And then you got an old guy named Ozzie, who that was his last pick before he retired was Lamar. You know, and so you got this situation where a young man don't trust these people because the system ain't designed to look out for him. I don't blame him. I wouldn't give a motherfucker 3% of my money because you ain't did shit. But then because you're gonna cut me short. So when we did Friedman's contract, the Dan Quinn, the general manager, I ain't even gonna call no coach name from down here. They actually sent a coach from who coached him in Miami in high school to the training facility to try to tell him, we're gonna make a bad deal for him. You need to fuck with this agent because they want him to fuck with another agent because they can get the deal done. But in the short of it all, what Friedman did was he listened. He said, Coach, I ain't had shit. I ain't never seen shit. He said, Coach, you ain't coach. Whatever I get past, I'm from the Poker Bean Project, whatever, I know you ain't gonna let nobody fuck me up. And shit, whatever we get, goddamn it, we get it. I said, no, whatever you get. So at the end of the day, to make a long story short, they talk about all these super agents, Sexton, Rosenhaus, and all these super agents. We reset the market. The market at running back position had not been reset for 5 years. The last guy who got the highest paid contract was Shady McCoy. And we reset the fucking market. You didn't see that all on the news. Oh, this fucking agent, Luke and his wife reset the fucking market. They didn't want that out there because more athletes would have been fucking with us.
Yeah.
More athletes would have, hold on, these motherfuckers, the market had not been reset. So what did I do? How did we do that? I said, listen, Friedman, and I'm telling him, you know, hey, look, man, you got to work the coach, you got to work Shanahan, you got to work every motherfucker body, you got to work the quarterback. This ain't the day of the contract. This starts in training camp. You know what I'm saying? You want more balls. You want to stay in the game when the game blowed out. That is when you get more yards. You want to. I've all kind of strategic shit I'm not going to share with everybody, but because I'm good at what the fuck I do, Streeter. So at the end of the day, we did things to build his brand and build his numbers up. So because
I remember, I just want to chime in. I remember like 2 days before Freeman got his contract, it was like a special on Devontae Freeman and where he came from and how he's just such a blessing and a good guy to the Atlanta organization. And they showed him high-fiving everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you talking to the orchestrator. That's what I do. Listen, for my kids, I do it for free. I never, Freeman never gave me a fucking dime. Now he had to pay his agent, my wife, who we did not have, my ex-wife, who we did not have joint accounts. So ain't no money went through her and then paid some bills in my motherfucking house. I pay my own goddamn bills. So the bottom line is this motherfucker reset the market, became the highest paid running back. Now you talk about a 4th round draft pick, became the highest paid running back in the fucking NFL. And how did that get done? Because at the time he was the 2nd leading fucking receiver on the damn Falcons team behind Julio, because they would line him up in the slot. So I looked at the percentage of times that they lined him up in the slot, and then he was the 2nd leading rusher. He had more touchdowns than anybody in the NFL, because I say, stay your ass in. You got to run between the tackles and give him the ball. He make the touchdown on the 1 yard line. They ain't had no fucking argument. And so that's the same thing with Lamar. That's why I'm like, bro, you out here doing this shit by yourself. You know, somebody has to do the analytics and somebody has to look at the contract. You know, I had the perfect team with the X, you know, which I can get another lawyer agent, but we had the perfect team and somebody analyzing the numbers and breaking it, because it becomes an argument. You have to have an argument why you deserve this amount of money. See, and then they're going to try to make you look like a bad guy, make you look like a dummy. That's why the reports came out early. And you got to have a friend in the media, friends, to be able to leak shit. You got to be able to leak shit. Shit don't come out, you know, for no reason. So you got to.
How big the company got to be? We talking about what? CNBC or ESPN or Fox Sports? How big the motherfucker got to be?
The media leaking shit to the media?
Yeah.
No, you got to leak it to the right reporters.
The right reporters.
Yeah. Guys who are reputable in the NFL, who people jump on because they've been doing it so long and they got sources like a Mike Silver, like Adam Schefter. You know, them dudes there. You know, you gotta be friends. They can stir up shit real quick. You know, so you gotta in this business you got to be able to have friends in the media, people you know, because you can't do it yourself. Because the players, you know, you got to have guys that you talk, just like the brother said, you know, oh, they did this whole beautiful story. All that was set up. You got to set that up. If you go back to him in college, I got Fox Sports to do a beautiful story about where he came from. And then when he got into the league, I had ESPN do a fucking beautiful story. So all that stuff became archived, and it became easy for them to go and say, oh, shit, we got a beautiful story on this motherfucker. Going from Liberty City and watching the motherfuckers die and going over here to Florida State and you know, blah, 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 and what a beautiful moment. But that kid.
What a beautiful moment. Hey, listen, one second. Sean Rounds, man, is one of our biggest donators, man. He says, shout out to Luke, man. Thankful he on the Kane side. So Sean Round says, shout out to you, man. And
Sean, what's up, Sean? Keep giving that motherfucking money.
Man, Sean, one of our biggest donators, man.
Sean Streeter get free, because I normally for this kind of interviews, I normally charge a bitch $20,000. This shit free as fuck, but you keep donating, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It's a great platform. But no, man, listen, that shit is murky, and I just, because I know the back end of how that shit work, I just hate to see the young fella out there by himself, you know, because I know he's sitting there asking for a number. Fuck that. I want to make more. Y'all just gave him a fucking sorry motherfucker over there in Denver, 145 million. Fuck him. He ain't no.
You never tried to reach out to him?
No. That's no. I don't reach out to nobody. To be honest with you, I don't reach out to nobody. People call me on some recommendation shit, and I do a lot of low key deals. I represent quite a few college coaches. I do low key shit where people don't know, because you know I'm an asshole on social media. So I do low key shit, and I don't kind of, you know, if he was to ever call me, you know, I'll give him some advice. I'll give him some advice, and you know, help him put his shit together where, you know, because you don't want to deal with the establishment. Those usual suspects, I mean, he don't want to fuck with them. And that's what kills me when I see these kids. Like, I saw one kid, I ain't gonna call no name, and the kid, I got to be careful because you can put two and two together. Well, the kid lost $20 million. And just like the brother said, you kind of want to gravitate to people who you know in your circle. Sometimes it's not good. You gotta, the people in your circles, you can't put them out front as the representatives or the managers or the consultants of your shit, because in the NFL, what they do is every team before they draft, every team has a former investigator, not no fucking Columbo motherfucker. They have a fucking Secret Service investigator. They look up your ass, they look all over you, with your mama, your dad. That's why when you heard the story about Dez Bryant, one of them guys going to the Dolphins, they said, "Do your mama still sell?" And they were like, you know, they know everything about you and the people who are around you, because their job is to say, who in this dude's circle? And so they fucking sitting there and writing shit down, because again, I'm getting ready to get this guy $30 million. Shit, if his main guy is a dope dealer, shit, this motherfucker might take that part of this money and get this nigga some money and they got a trap.
Listen, you ain't lying, fool. I got a friend that get a call every year before the draft, $5,000 to follow this guy, $10,000 to follow this guy. Every year. So that's $5,000, $10,000 to every motherfucker who might get drafted.
Yeah.
Many people got money to burn, man.
Bruh, they do that. Take pictures of, and so I be looking at these brothers and you can't tell them shit because the little fucking unscrupulous agent been giving them money. See, what people don't realize, most NFL players, and they're not as smart as the NBA players and the baseball players, most NFL players are like women. And I say this wholeheartedly, which is very sad. If you keep giving a girl some money, as long as you feed her money, she gonna swear by you, do everything. It could be bad money, it could be the worst shit in the world. Right. She gonna just do whatever the fuck you say do, because she thinks that you really love her because you giving her all this money, jewelry, all this shit, car, all this and everything. When you don't know your value. Those guys, and I try to tell them dudes, a motherfucker ain't just giving you anything because you special. Is he giving it to your brother in the house? Is he giving it to your cousin in the house? Is he giving it to another kid on the park? This is an investment for him to give you shit. He don't give a rat's ass about you. You are a number, a bottom line figure. And I try to tell these kids this shit. They don't hear. Oh, you've been giving me money since my junior year. He been giving me a rental car since my junior year. He been flying my mama up here. I can't do this to him. I'm like, that motherfucker is you. All that's the cost of doing business. If you don't fuck with him, he's going to write that off. That is his job. He don't give a fuck about you. And so what ends up happening, they get locked in and fixated to these people, sign these fucked up contracts, but that they can't get out. And before you know it, all the money that they spent on them in college and everywhere else, those guys write that on the bottom line figure. As soon as the player wakes up and be like, man, this dude fucking me. He ain't doing all the shit that this other player doing. Or he ain't doing what he said he was gonna do. And then you say, I'm gonna leave you. And then in that contract, you can't leave. And see, that's what that little lady, my ex-wife, would do. That was her main thing. If we did a deal with an agent, put the clauses in, take the clause out that you can't charge him for what you gave him outside of this.
Right.
And so that's why you can walk away from the fucking agent. Duke Johnson, we rep him. Duke Johnson was able to walk away from the motherfucking agent. And they ain't had to pay him a motherfucking thing. Friedman originally had an agent from New York, and she was co-agent with them, and we co-represent. And they didn't do. I say, you will find that they're not going to do what they say they're going to do to get you signed up. But you better have an out clause. You better have a clause to get the fuck out. Most guys don't. And they get stuck. And so them motherfuckers see me coming. When they see me coming, boy, they be, oh, fuck. Boy, they go to paying all the homeboys around the player. More money, man. Don't fuck with Luke, man. Don't listen to Luke. Here go more money. Here go more money. Who else? Pay the girlfriend. Here go more money. Hey, pay every motherfucker. Man, whatever you do not listen to this motherfucker, please.
You know what's sad though? To be real, Luke. What's sad about that situation is, you know, they paying people around you $5,000 here, $10,000 there, and if you just get what you're worth in your contract, you could do the same damn thing for your community. So if they understood that,
bruh, that's why I love LeBron James so much. LeBron James took a group of homeboys of his. They went to college. They came back. LeBron did his thing, and he put the motherfuckers on, and they created a fucking company, and they run the goddamn NBA.
They run the NBA.
They run the motherfucking NBA. And that's what I used to tell Friedman. I said, Friedman, you can run the NFL. You do it the right way. You can run you're hot, you in this shit. You can bring all these other young guys on. We can help these dudes right here. And you can run the motherfucking shit. But then, you know, all shit hit the fan, and you know everything went.
They say LeBron and his agent. They say LeBron and his agent running circles around the Lakers administration. They was like Kobe didn't have. They say Kobe didn't have near the power LeBron have because of him and his agent and the way they do business.
No, and let me tell you, that man. I love it. I love it for the fact that they're in the entertainment business. I do deals with them dudes. I'm doing another deal with them right now, and I just love the fact of how they move and the shit that they're doing. That is how it's supposed to be done. That's why people get on the news and the sports shows, and they hate on LeBron like that all the time. They never tell a story about him and all these guys and what he did for these guys and all them guys did for themselves and the platform that they're on. They don't tell that story. That story there will inspire other African Americans to do the right thing and stop fucking with these slave masters. You feel me? You don't need them. Lamar don't need them. That's why I love it. Lamar don't need them, but Lamar does need people in his circle to help him navigate through this shit, because, you know, somebody got to be like, hey, man, let me be the bad guy. Like me, Atlanta Falcons organization hated me. Fans hated me too. It was like, no, that's just you. Your motherfucking ass. You bring that entertainment shit. I'm like, you goddamn, I don't give a fuck. The bottom line is, no, we don't represent a bunch of free agents. So we're going to get all the money. That $5 million that you want to do $5 million short, no, motherfucker, you're going to give him that money. No, we don't got no free agents. Ain't no free agency. No, you're going to give him all this motherfucking money. He got all this money. Hey, God bless him. But hey, and a motherfucker can't take a motherfucker from the outside did not do this. Well, no goddamn Ricky Williams Master P deal. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. They won't tell that. They'll tell that story.
Right. Yeah.
They'll tell that story to influence young people not to fuck with no black rapper, but they won't tell this motherfucking story. Same thing with Duke Johnson. Duke Johnson was a fucking backup. And we made Duke Johnson the 5th highest paid running back in the NFL.
Right. Right.
They ain't gonna tell that story. Now she did that totally. She did that whole thing herself. She did that, and God bless her. She, the Friedman one, I was heavily involved in that, but that woman did that. They won't tell that story.
When Duke was trying to choose an agent, and y'all finally chose how y'all set it up, because you was in there, you and your wife was in there, y'all was part of the team. One thing Duke mom told me, I remember her telling me, was that whatever your wife was supposed to get paid, like, you guys gave half to the mom. I remember her telling me that. She was like, they didn't even take what they were supposed to get. They said, no, give half of that to the mom. And she was appreciative of that. That's one thing that stuck out to me, because we worked together at the time.
Let me tell you, none of my kids, and Duke is one of my kids, never gave me 1 cent. You know, yes, she's a lawyer, agent, you got to pay her.
Right. Her fee,
She
right.
never took the full percentage that an agent would take. She never took that. You know, that's my ex. The lady did an excellent job. She never took them. These are our kids. And the reason we did this is because these are our fucking kids. You know, Duke, Duke played, both of them played at Liberty City Optimist. I see Duke Black flipping on the park, fucking 7 years old. And I'm like, Sam, who the fuck is that? We need to put this motherfucker in the Olympics? And Sam was like, that's Duke. And I met Cassandra and at the park. Same thing, Friedman. I gotta go get his insurance. I gotta pay his insurance. And you know, this woman took care of these two women, took care of these kids on their own. I mean, fucking Cassandra's story is deeper than fish grease because her Duke was one time sleeping in a motherfucking car, which we did not notice on the park, you know, I mean, with him. So these are people, these are my kids. They come from my family of that optimism. So when it was like, we can't let them get sucked up by the system because we see so many people, so many ex-players come back broke and these same agents continuously doing that. So it was like, look, and you know who orchestrated the whole thing? And I'm gonna give you this, who orchestrated the whole thing, who pushed me to repping players and the ex-wife was Artie Burns' mama, Dana.
They died.
God bless her soul.
Right.
She was the one who said, Luke, no, fuck that. You gotta, and so people don't know it. I'm gonna tell you a story that most motherfuckers don't know. She had lost her job at the fire extinguisher place, and so she was doing some part-time work for me and working at another place. She controlled all my publishing. People asked for her right now today. Where's Dana? You know what I'm saying? So Dana was like, no, you gotta do this shit. You gotta do this shit. And because when Artie come out, and Dana was the one at a University of Miami football game, went to Cassandra and say, Cassandra, fuck that. Fuck all these agents. You fucking with Luke and his wife. And Cassandra was like, I was mad because Luke never called me. You know, I don't know his wife, but I ain't motherfucker ain't know. And so that is how that shit happened. It was all because of fucking Dana.
Right.
I want to chime in and talk about sustainability, right? Because you mentioned, of course, you know, you're not asking for a dime for any player for what you do for them, but of course you're in a different position than some of those dudes who do coach at the park, who do coach high school football, and a lot of those dudes, you know, are going in the negative when they coach these kids. So what could be done in order to create sustainability as far as, I mean, we know where the money is at, because the first thing you got to do is know where the money is at. So if you can identify where the money is, so how do you create sustainability with the money that's on the table, that additional $5 million that you get per se?
I mean, first of all, here in Miami, we're so rich in sports and we're so rich in information and we have so many talented people around us that this village can be it could be on the level of the LeBron James. The sustainability in the league, I learned a lot from all my Hall of Fame friends. What I learned from Deion Sanders many years ago, we was in Coco's and he was in Coco's and was like, hey man, go and drink. And Deion said, I don't drink. He said, my body is my engine and I can't put anything in my body that's not. He said, just like putting water in gas. The car ain't gonna run to its maximum potential. It's gonna sputter at a certain point. I learned that from him. I learned from EJ to say, all you players, take care of your body after every game, crack your body, get a chiropractor because your body is technically out of place. And these are the things that you need to eat. I learned from Warren Sapp that every year they're gonna get a bead on you, so you need to be able to self-evaluate and then do different things than you did the year before. I learned, from other guys, from Ray Lewis, that you have to condition. You can't lay down because you got to condition throughout the year. So I pour all that information into these players. And so now you're talking about how do they sustain, how do they keep gradually moving up?
Well, it's not for them, but more so for the community, because of course you're gonna have a Duke Johnson 20 years from now, a Devontae Freeman 20 years from now, but we see what's going on in the community, right? And your story about hiring a player's mom when she fell on hard times. Some of these coaches can't do that because they're already going into the negative when it comes to coaching, right?
Yeah, but
And
you can help a mom out by, yes, a lot of them are going in the negative. There's no question about it. A lot of them coming out their pockets. They understand the undertaking, and that's why I tell people all the time, it ain't just the coach on the field. It's that coach and his entire family, because he's away from his family, his wife, his girlfriend. He's coming out of money out of the pockets of his family that could be in his account, that he could be buying his wife a purse or going to the dinner on a Saturday, but he's at the park. So it becomes the entire family of that coach that's making the sacrifice to pour into these kids. And you're right, a lot of them don't have it, but we all have resources. We all have resources, whether we work at a job and we could then talk to you or put you on a job, or I can call Streeter, I can call you, I can call Luke. Hey, Luke, man, I got a parent, man, with a situation. Okay, hey, man, tell her to go see this one right over here, see that one right over there. So the village can take care of itself if this village of South Florida ever come together where we stop hating on each other and say, hey, look, let's just create a fucking circle in here, just using football. Ain't nothing come out of here media-wise unless it goes through Streeter. Nothing media-wise, whether it's youth or high school, you got to go see Streeter first. That's how I got it. He's in the fucking circle. If there's anything league-wise, we're going to go fuck with Martin and Freezy. If it's youth football league, we're going over there and fuck with them. That's in the circle. Max, coach at Central, and the other coaches that are in the circle. No, man, fuck that. Kid, go over here, you go over here, you go over here. Hey, we look out for you, That's in the circle. Representation. Fuck that. We represent our own. Who in the circle has done good shit? Who the fuck all that homeboy network shit? Who in this circle has done good representation, and what have they done? Because we can't nobody fucking with somebody. Who in the circle that we could put in the circle that's a part of it, that's spending money within the circle and the community? Because now when you talk about those things of parent falling on hard times, you should be able to go to the agent. You should be able to go to the financial advisor and say, hey, man, we got a parent on hard times. We got the church in the circle. Where are we going to church at? We got several pastors.
but check it. So, but the deal, just like real estate, a lot of people think that they make money in real estate when they sell their house. In actuality, you make money when you buy your house. So it's kind of the same thing. When you at the table, let's say you Lamar, if you like, all right, I know this agent gonna fuck me on $5 million. So I'm gonna utilize Luke in order to go to the table and get the 5 million. And then I'm gonna take Footballville and I'm gonna have him make a wonderful commercial about Lamar and where he came from.
The love story of Lamar. Hey, and that bitch gotta go through Footballville.
And by the way, Footballville is gonna announce that Lamar is gonna give $1 million to the South Florida football community, right? And that community could consist of a lot of different things. It could be, you know, coaches. It could be, you know, single moms that need a job, right? You
Exactly.
can employ them. You know what I'm saying? So you could get creative with it, and that way you can not only take all of your money back, because who's going to argue with that now?
Who's
Is
gonna argue? Who the fuck is gonna argue with? So let me tell you something. We did so many creative marketing things like that with Friedman because I wanted to show these motherfucking white boys they ain't smarter than me. And plus I wanted to build a brand of this young man. You know what I'm saying? Build a brand of this young man. And so again, you can do shit like that. If you use the village, and like you said, it was a little girl that was helping him with his homework at college. She was in the marketing department, right? I say, who in college who was helping you out? He was like, Coach, this girl right here. We took that little girl and we put her in the marketing business. Come here, little girl. You don't know about marketing, but we're going to make you the marketing girl. You're going to be the motherfucker who's going to be making sure he go from point A to point B. This little girl started, I mean, not little girl, she's a woman now. She started representing that motherfucker. So you have to have somebody that could take the people. It's got to be a quarterback, not a quarterback, but a head coach, and put people in positions to be able to play their role and develop them in the position. That's why I equate everything that I do in life in football. You know, I'm the head coach. Okay, I got to put, hey, look here, I got motherfuckers. I took my PR lady and made her, my goddamn, the head of my film and development company. And she doing good. She fucking doing major deals.
She just needed the opportunity.
She just need the opportunity, a little coaching up, you know, because you can't talk to motherfucker like you doing PR now. You know, and then you got, okay, we got the lawyer. You know, we had to get a lawyer and put the lawyer on it. Lawyer do the contracts. You stay in your fucking lane now. And that's how you do it.
So why do you think we don't understand? Like we try to take against established by ourselves one-on-one every night. We walk up there and get shut down. Why do you think we don't understand systems and how power works and leverage?
Because we too busy trying to be better than somebody else. Until we learn, oh man, fuck that shit. I want to have a record company. My shit better than Luke shit. And we don't respect the motherfucker. This nigga been doing. This nigga's a legend around the world. You know, I'm just speaking and, you know, hey, look at man, fucking King Spody. Man, I ain't trying to be the fucking, I ain't trying to be disrespecting King Spody. That motherfucker's a big top. God bless his soul. I'm not trying to disrespect Betty Wright. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. We don't tap into we just want to be, oh, fuck that. I want to be better than Glenn Cherry and the Ravens and the fucking Liberty City. We are on the attack all the time as a people because we don't work with each other because we're trying to be better than each other. It's okay to be better than another person, but work together, goddammit. Work the fucking together.
We don't get it. We don't.
Yeah,
we
go
don't
for
get it, man.
Man, hey, look, I talk to Martin all the time. I talk to me and Martin are good friends. You know, I talk to him all the time. He talk about the league. You think I give a rat's? People say, man, you know, they're just doing what you did with the NYFL. They just doing the same thing you did with NYFL. I say,
why does it matter? Now, why does it matter?
What the fuck does it matter? So I'm supposed to be, I'm the average motherfucker sitting in the side. Oh, yeah, them niggas just doing one shit. Oh, I did it first. No, I ain't got time for that. I'm like, okay, I like that. And those guys have taken it, they taken it to a whole nother level. The things that they do with their league, I'm like loving it. But then we do sit down and talk. Like where I come across, I see Freezy, I see them guys. I'm like, look, man, where we are dropping the ball at, we all of us, y'all guys too, we letting our kids be represented by these unscrupulous people. That part we're fucking up. We getting the kids all the way through high school, all the way through college, all the way and at the end of the day, we dropping the ball. And now they come back broke and them motherfuckers working on the park. Are they coaching at the high school?
I mean, we made a well. Listen, this year we made a. I made a vow before I even met Rich that I was never anybody I come close to. I'm not gonna not talk about money and all of this stuff again. I'm gonna talk about it because it's such an uncomfortable conversation to have with these people. Because as soon as you start talking, a lot of times they think that you want to take something from them.
But that's the thing that these people sell them. Oh, man, nigga wants to get in your pockets. Oh, he gonna take something from you. He gonna do that, and that's the first thing they do. Or when they fuck their money up, and they don't want to be man enough to say I fucked my money up and blame themselves. Oh man, he did this here. You know, you hear all the artist stories and shit. You know, motherfuckers even talk. You know, one motherfucker out of 80 motherfuckers. Luke did this here. No motherfucker, you snorted your money up. Put it in your fucking nose.
That part.
All right, now. Let us have a world star. Let us have a world star moment.
Exactly. No, you snorted your money up. Be a man and be a big man and be honest. You know, but you never, you know, again, a lot of these guys, man, like Edrin James' daughter is, and me and him talk about this all the time. His daughter went to Howard Law. She's coming out. She's a lawyer. Mm-hmm. She's going to take the agent license. And, you know, me and him so good a friend, like, hey, look, have your daughter take the agent license. You talking about a motherfucker who most upstanding dude and the smartest dude, probably one of the smartest guys to ever come out of the University of Miami when it comes to financing and doing the right thing with his money, that dude there. And I say, E, you got to do this. Because we all had this big thing, you know, because everything he did when he was helping me and the ex, you know, I mean, he was in the background. No, do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with him. When it came to marketing, from him going from University of Miami into the NFL, I'm in the background orchestrating all this marketing that he had going on, and we doing it. We doing it just so it's like, yo, he just take your daughter in because we still got to try and save some of the ones who want to be saved. We ain't finna run after no motherfucking body. We ain't gonna run after nobody. We're not running after no kids.
Yeah,
and because when you start doing that, you feel some kind of way.
He called me. He called me last week. He
called
me and he explained exactly to me what you're saying. Yep. He got an idea.
He got that fucking idea. So he's like, man, do this. You know, that's my guy. That motherfucker don't make one investment without calling me up. I don't give a shit what it is. I'm like, why are you calling me? Man, you know, I never do nothing without asking you your opinion. I'm like, that's, you know, them dudes are my guys. But the good part about it, the ones who listen, Streeter, are the ones who become successful. Unfortunately. And everybody ain't gonna do that. A lot of these black kids and mamas, they just gotta see a white man. You know, they gotta see, if they don't see a white man, they're gonna have a problem. They gotta see some white man walk up in there. You know, damn, they gotta have a white man as a front. You know? But ain't nobody doing that. I don't got time for that shit because it's not that serious. You know, it's more like helping these dudes build generational wealth and keeping their money. And then you got to tell them the hard story sometimes that you got to put your mama on the fucking budget. Because you know, you got to tell them the hard story of, hey, look here, man, don't fucking post no champagne bottles and no Hennessy bottles and don't get no girls pregnant. So you become the bad guy. You be like, I'm like, look, do I want you marketing my brand if you got 3 baby mamas? I said, don't make the fucking mistake I made. That's irresponsible. They don't want you fucking with their brand if you got 3 baby mamas. They don't want you fucking with their brand if you sitting up in the strip club throwing dollars and shit and you buying champagne bottles. That is irresponsible. Nobody wants them name associated with that because that's a train wreck waiting to happen. Mm-hmm. And the ones who we fuck with, we tell them that. You know, them other motherfuckers ain't gonna tell them that shit. And you got a lot of black kids don't want to hear you tell them that because they figure, oh, you talking to me like I'm a father figure or some shit. You know, I don't want, man, you talking to me like you're my motherfucking daddy. You know, and all that. They don't want that, but that's real shit. You telling them because, again, when you wake up, you're going to have your motherfucking money.
Right.
That part.
You're going to have your motherfucking money. You're going to be able to put your money away and not with them same goddamn financial advisors. That goddamn Freeman had a financial advisor. I said, Freeman, don't fuck with nobody. It's your money. You do what you want to do. But I suggest, and I always frame it up like that, don't fuck with nobody that all the other NFL players is fucking with. He said, why, coach? I said, because they don't have no respect for them niggas. Oh, excuse me, I shouldn't say the N word. I said, don't have no respect.
Say what you want to say, man. I own this. Man, YouTube might say some of that. They let us say nigga.
They said, what you mean? I said, don't. I said, because they don't have no respect for them dudes. Them dudes ain't handling business the way you gonna handle business. So what did the little lady do? She looked at, I said, everything is negotiable. They're gonna tell you, oh, we do this for this one here. No, everything is negotiable. What ends up happening? He does deal with the people because they sold him hard. They split, the commission got cut half because the little lady negotiated and then put in the contract. Key thing. You do not have power of attorney where you can sign off on a financial transaction. All them guys, Streeter, you guys are financial guys. Almost 95% of the NFL players, black ones, not the white ones, because they don't go for the okie doke. They have power. The financial advisor have power of attorney over financial transactions, so they basically can invest their money when they want to invest their money. So the fucking guy fucked around and Freeman called me and said, Coach, this is $1 million out of my account. This motherfucking financial guy. What? $1 million? So I call up the ex and say, look, you need to call this motherfucker up. It's $1 million out of the account. Then I call the motherfucker up and say, hey, man, what you doing taking $1 million out of the account? He said, well, I have power of attorney where I can do that. I said, no. You can't do that, boss. You can do that with them other motherfuckers you represent, but you need to go read your contract.
Damn, dog.
And before you know it, I called my friend who worked for the SEC. I said, hey, look here, boss. I got a friend that worked for the SEC. We're going to fucking file a complaint against your ass, and you going to lose your motherfucking license. You better find the $1 million and put it back in his account. It's just a short shit thing. He was having a heart attack, and what happened? Called his firm. That $1 million was back in this motherfucking account.
What the power attorney? What they need a power attorney for? To pay the light bill?
They tell him, oh, you know, you're playing football. We need to be able to make the transactions. We're not going to do anything bad or make bad transactions for your money. We need to be able to do things, you know, while you're at football practice or you're with your girlfriends or playing PlayStation. And so, it's hardcore. Them dude, hey, look here, man. Them dude, and who set them up with them? The agent. Who gets a commission when a transaction is made? The agent. That's why when you go to the player and say, player, hey, I need you to buy some uniforms for the little league team that you played for. The coach, like y'all spoke about, the coach who didn't have the money, but he took your ass home every day and thought maybe you would come and buy some goddamn uniforms for the team that you played on, the same coach. And they say, well, you got to talk to my agent. Yep. And what the agent say? You got to talk, no, you got to talk to my financial advisor. And the financial advisor tell you what? Well, no, we can't do that. And all run.
Or they send you forms to fill out. They send you forms to fill out and hoops to jump through where you like, well, damn, I might as well, by the time I get the money, the season going to be over.
Listen, man. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, but if you sitting up in here, if you sitting here, air conditioning fucked up. If you sitting up in here, but again,
man, it's my Friday, man. I was going to do some football, man. You dampering my Friday thinking about this stuff, man. Listen, man, before we get out of here, Luke, man, I was so sad.
Yeah,
shout out to Jill Kane with the $10, man. I was so sad when I realized that this agent NIL shit was coming to college and then high school, because I called EJ, man. I called EJ and I was like, dog, it's finna get bad. And he was like, listen, man, some of them gonna get burnt, some of them not. And because I knew what was about to happen. It's just like we so lost as people. And then us as leaders in the community, I don't think we be aggressive enough, Luke. I don't think we're aggressive enough talking about this business stuff with the people. Yeah, they're gonna say something stupid back. They're gonna say something crazy back. Well, I don't want to talk about my business. Just shut up. You ain't got no business.
You ain't got no business.
Yeah, you ain't got no business. Sit down and listen.
Mark my words, Streeter. The same unscrupulous people that are in these same people who are in the agent business, they found their way to the
colleges,
college business.
I know, yeah, they got them all.
And so what you're gonna have is you're gonna have those people migrate in there because they got to. Because the big top guy, before he was able to pay him money, now they can't pay them no money. You see what I'm saying? So now they can't pay them, while they're in college. Now they got to be there to get them a deal while they're in college. So You got all this shit going on. All them dudes is in the game now.
So listen, Luke, what we gonna do, man? We need to get together. We need to create a platform, a seminar, or something, right?
Yeah.
We need to Don King this thing, though. We ain't gonna be able to save everybody, right?
No, you're not gonna be able to save everybody, because you know what? This is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get the coach on the park, and the agent gonna pay the coach on the park and say, "Hey, coach on the park." And then your kid got to go against the coach on the kid you trying to save. His coach is getting $5,000, and now you ask him to turn on the coach on the park.
So ain't no answer.
No, you're gonna have a hard fucking time. Them boys know how to. Them boys ain't playing, man. It's gonna have to be a smart motherfucker. Hey, listen, like you say, if you go into it saying, I'm not gonna be able to save everybody, I'm gonna be able to save some. Listen, I know some dudes right now. I ain't gonna call their name. They fucked up a lot of these kids' money. And they don't, and the crazy part about it, they turn runners. They were coach on the park, and they turn runners. Because then when they turn runners, I like this money. Shit, let me go get some more niggas. And they did not represent these kids in the proper way.
Right.
And I know a bunch of them. I don't fucking fuck with the dude hustle. But you see these dudes, and you be like, why the fuck they struggling to do this? And what? They don't have the manpower. They still work for the damn agent. They working for the agent.
Right.
They got their runners for the agent. It's the dudes out the park. It's the dudes who these kids know, who the mama know. And they the one, they get their little $5,000, and sometimes they get them niggas a job. They give them a job. They get them dudes over there with them. Before you know it, what you got going on, man? Them kids get taken advantage of. Shit hardcore, man.
So it ain't nothing we could build, Luke.
No, you could build it. You could build it, Streeter. But what you have, you could build it. It's a lot of work, just like anything, any business. It's a lot of work. But you're not going to be able to save as many as you think you're going to save, because them dudes do some serious racial profiling. Not racial profiling, but profiling, period. They'll go meet with a player, and what you going to do? I'm going to bring Streeter. I'm going to bring the guy from the park. I'm going to bring my coach. I'm going to bring my uncle. I'm going to bring my cousin who in business. I'm going to bring my girlfriend. And they go sit down, they meet with everybody. This is all your family? Okay. And they go to looking around the room and they go to asking who is who? And then, oh, so you the smart nigga. You got a little goddamn food truck. So you the smart family. So I gotta work you. I gotta work the coach. Who he with all the time. Then if I meet with you a lot, then they sit there and they know exactly who they need to do, who exactly in your ear. Some cases it's the girlfriend. Now she's sitting up there fucking pregnant and shit, and they talk about marriage. So then now I got to get a girlfriend some money. I got to get a daddy because the mama want the right thing. The mama's always sitting there. So they profile those kids and the people that are around them, and they know exactly who to pay because they do the same shit every day. It's just
Right.
like you turn this motherfucker on, you know what buttons to push and to get this bitch going and what buttons to push on. They know it. They know their business back and forth, and their business is people. And so they got to know who to pay and who not to pay. And
Yeah, and at the end of the day, you got to look at it from a success rate perspective. And the only way that you win, that whatever it is, 60, 70%, is you got to get to the point where your ice is colder than their ice. So you got to compete. So like I mentioned, if you put things in place where they gave $1 million to the South Florida Football Foundation, and the South Florida Football Foundation is paying these 4 coaches over here. Now the other coach is going to be like, well, damn, they over here giving me 5. I can get 15 over here. I mean, that's the only way to do it. You got to compete.
You gotta compete. Just like you say, you're not gonna save everybody. You know, some of the motherfuckers gonna go jump out the window. But what you have to do is, you know, the marketing part of it is the most important part of it. You know, and a lot of these parents, and that's what separates me from everybody because of my marketing brains and creativity when it comes to a football player or anything. And so they don't have that. And so a lot of people don't have it, and they just be trying to play catch up. But the thing is, man, it's available. You could do it, but you're not going to save everybody. You're going to be sitting up. You got to get your mind right when you get ready to do this. And you got to be like, I'm not going to be able to get everybody, and I can't get mad, nor can I get discouraged. You know, I've had kids that got in the truck no different than Freeman. I've had kids that parents that, and here, I don't want nothing. I don't want a motherfucking thing. I just want to make sure they're straight. I've had kids where I took food to their house on the fucking turkey day where the mamas and grandmamas could call me up for anything on any given occasion. And shit, when it's time for them motherfuckers to go to the league, they went south. You couldn't even get a conversation. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, well. So I ain't feel no kind of way about it. But then, you know, I'm like, oh, shit. You know, because when you're going into it with the mindset you're here to help versus you feeling some kind of way because it's about business, then that's a totally different mindset. And most people go into it about business. And when you go into it, when that mindset, then you start playing the game and you start paying the motherfucker off, and then now you getting dirty with them, with other dirty people. And before you know it, you be dirty, you know. And that's why I never fell into that trap or that shit. Like, okay, this is a boutique outfit. You're gonna come over here based on referrals and based on the things that was done. You want to hear some good shit? You're gonna get some good shit. And tell you how the game go. Tell you what these motherfuckers getting ready to tell you when they come in and say the bullshit. I'm gonna tell you what they trying to do and how they try. Like I've seen kids that's out of the league right now that could have did so much in the league, and I sat there and talked to them and told them how this shit was gonna play out, and they sitting right there now out of the league. I said it's gonna play out like this. I'll tell you that right now. You know what I'm saying? The route you're going and what you're trying to do is not gonna work. You know,
right.
And them motherfuckers sitting outside, you know, I've said that, you know, but you know, this dude, okay, fine, I ain't got no problem. Just know God just sent an angel in this motherfucker to save your ass down.
Right.
You know, hey, if you want, no problem. Good luck. I walk by in the club and see him, hey, what's up, buddy? and they be like, man, I should have focused, man. Goddamn, oh, man, you telling niggas some real shit. Hey, look, man, we all make mistakes.
Right.
Me as an adult, I made mistakes too. We all make fucking mistakes. So, look, just live with the shit, move on. Life is,
Nah, Luke, man, I had parents after every one of their kids' games I covered would hit me up. Hey, you got any videos, pictures of blah blah blah? You got any videos, pictures, blah blah blah? Bro, when it was time for the man to go to the league, he wasn't even drafted yet. They blocked me. Hey, they blocked me. Man, I couldn't even see a page no more.
That's what you're going to get, Streeter. Unfortunately, that is what you get. And they go to selling their soul to the fucking devil. And before you know it, you be the first guy they trying to get into the goddamn game with. Streeter, can you get me in the game? Can I get in the game with you, Streeter? And then you see the mama at the fucking club or at the store. Hey, what's going on? Oh, no. Okay, mama, how you doing? All right, Streeter, I gotta go get ready for I was getting ready for North Miami as I was talking to you. But
so y'all got North Miami tonight, right?
North Miami tonight at Iowa State. I'm so sick that we're in 2022 in Miami-Dade County. We gotta play a fucking football game in the park.
Ray playing?
Iowa State Park.
Ray playing?
Is Ray playing? Yeah, he gonna play until we get hopefully, knock on woods, we can get this shit out of hand and I can sit his ass down.
I might come out there and cover y'all, man. Cause I got a bunch of Kane fans in here, man. All they got a bunch of Ray questions, man. But I might come out there and cover y'all tonight. Look at the Iowa State Park, at the Optimus Park.
And the fucking man. hey, the GMAC should be ashamed of themselves.
I agree.
These high schools in Broward County, they got pretty football fields behind this place. I built a fucking $2.5 million turf field at Edison where they could all the district had to do is just buy some stands and they could have another additional stadium so that people could play. But you got motherfuckers playing at Iowa State Park, you got playing at fucking the Luther Campbell Stadium. I love my stadium, but I don't want no high school motherfuckers playing out there. You got raggedy ass Curtis Park. They got holes in the middle of that shit with the light, with some old ass lights and shit. You play in the fucking dark.
Hey Luke,
that shit been the same for 20 years.
Get out of here, man. David say, "Hey Luke, why is you in marketing stuck in the 80s? Do they need to see what's happening in the rest of the college football world? Do they understand they target? They basically who they understand their target market. Basically, Mario told us that everything they do is for recruiting, but they marketing. The media is like old people. It don't make sense, and that's what David is saying. I guess.
Time you played my song in over 20 years.
I saw that. That was what's up.
But they stuck in the 80s. They got old people like in the back room pushing the buttons. They listen. We love UM, but them motherfuckers still green now.
They still green.
Fucking establishment took over this shit. They vowed to never let this shit get like it was before with the niggas and shit and all this. And fuck the other side and all that. Hey man, them motherfuckers look. They green people with suits and ties up their ass. They got a bunch of little kids, people who work for them. Family members who went to Columbus and Baylin. Those motherfuckers don't know their ass from holding the ground neither. They grew up like this in the family of snobbish motherfuckers. So they ain't got no swag. It ain't like they got somebody from Highlift working up in that shit. So their marketing sucks. The marketing and branding sucks. If I'm University of Miami, I'm hiring a motherfucker like you. And I'm like, hey, look, man, y'all go around the country, talking about these motherfucking kids and talking about Kane sports and all that. But they don't do that. We talk about maximizing using the resources of the community to work for the community. And that's a perfect example.
Right.
They're going to come out as uniform.
Once you go above Orlando, you don't see no Miami stuff in sporting stores. It's rare.
No, they're losing. Man, listen, man. All right. I got to go.
Get out of here, bro. All right, man. I'm going to come see y'all tonight, all right? 7 o'clock to 7:30.
With the streeter camera.
7 to 30 or 7?
7:30
All right, I got you, bro. Appreciate you.
in the fucking park.
I gotta get out of here too, man. This man wild, man. Hey, all right, man. Listen, bro. Listen, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
Once again, man, shout out to Sean Rounds, man, with the $120. I got it. Anything before we get out of here, Rich? Anything you want to add, though?
Man, I just want to say, you know, of course, we talked about, you know, just the business of football for a long time, and a lot of people wanted to know about, you know, the Northwestern game versus Chaminade and all of that. And we covered that earlier. It's 11 p.m. at 11 a.m. at Trash tomorrow. And I think that, you know, that's the thing with Footballville. You get these gems dropped on you, and you just got to know how to appreciate it. Like, you know, get the like button up, man. It's 143 watching. We got 57 likes. Hit that like button. It's free. Sean Round, shout out to you. And, you know, I'm out.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. So listen, man, 786-405-9499, dog. 786-405-9499. Y'all want to get down with IOD Squad, Investor Die. I didn't even link that. We just jumped in here and got going, huh? I didn't even link it. I didn't even link it at the top like I usually do, huh? We just jumped in here and got rolling. Well, listen, man, it's Friday, man. If y'all just getting in here, man, Northwestern and Chaminade was rescheduled for tomorrow. It was rescheduled for tomorrow. It's 11 a.m. in the morning. They say 11 a.m. in the morning. That's early. That's an hour before the Kane game start. But I guess they got to get this game off, man. Those tickets get sold electronically, and I guess they got to get that game off. You feel me? So it's 11 a.m. in the morning. And then I guess if you're a big high school fan, you'll have to somehow get over to the Hurricane game before it get out of hand, because I think it may get out of hand tomorrow. But that was Luke Dog. Sean jumping another $5. That's $125 on a Friday. Put me in the Diamond Club, Phil. I can't, dog. You got to put yourself. That's a YouTube bot mechanism going on in there. I don't sit down at the desk with YouTube and be like, "Hey, man, this is what you got to do." That's all automated. Man, nah, man. Thank y'all, dog. Thank y'all. Y'all talking about thank you, street. Thank y'all, man. So listen, bro. I appreciate y'all, man. And it's Friday. If you want to get down with IOD Squad, 786-405-9499. Just send a text and say IOD Squad. Don't put off tomorrow something you could do today. The rest of your life could be seconds away. I'm D and I'm out of here.